What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another tier list video. In today's tier list, we are going to be ranking these skins that released in Chapter 4 Season 4, starting off strongs with very customizable skins. We have the heisted skins. Now, I do wish these type of skins had a lot more color options, especially with how long it took them to finally release. So in my opinion, I'm going to say that these are pretty average skins. Getting on into the Save the World pack for this year, really bland, really simple. It's mostly all black. It's just, to me, it's not exciting, so I'm gonna have to say for this one. For the Drosera skin, honestly, this is another skin in my opinion. The design is really nice, but to me, it just didn't turn out as well as I thought it would, honestly, from what we saw in the survey. So not really impressed with this skin. But getting on into a skin I was very impressed with Astrea. Astrea, of course, I have a little bit of a bias because I love a lot of the space cosmetics. But for Astrea, the default edit style for this crew pack and the second edit style being my favorite is just top tier. Honestly, such a fantastic skin. The next skin that we have up is honestly not a good skin in my opinion. Paxton Prince is easily one of the worst skins of this season, and so rightfully deserves to be at the very bottom of the list. Getting on to Countess Duraku, a lot of people on Twitter especially were really hyped for this skin. Honestly, when it came out, I thought it was a bit underwhelming in my opinion. Nothing special. It's a pretty average skin in my opinion. I think the skin was incredibly overhyped. So in my opinion, Countess Duraku is going to be an average skin. Getting on into Birch. Birch, in my opinion, was a skin that they probably should have waited to release during Fortnitemares. I thought the skin was actually very interesting, very detailed. I like the hair design for the skin as well. A really cool looking skin, and in my opinion, deserves to be in the good category. The My Hero Academia skins. Now for this, because there's going to be a little bias into the characters that we like for these collabs, in my opinion, that's how I see a lot of these things, unless the design is really cool. But honestly, for me, Todoroki is going to be the only one that I say is good, because I do really like Todoroki as a character. For Mina, I'll say Mina is pretty, I'll say Mina's a good skin. For the design and the different colors from Mina, I'll say Mina's a good skin. As for Kirishima, I think Kirishima's pretty average. It doesn't have any really interesting color. We have a bunch of red and black cosmetics in the game, so I think because of the colors that Kirishima has, I will say that that does make him an average skin in my opinion. Getting into the J Balvin reskin, I'm probably going to confuse a lot of people when I say this is pretty It's a pinkish purple and black. We have a lot of that inside of the game. We already have a J Balvin skin, so it's nothing impressive at all. The edit style for this skin is really close to the one that we already have for the original J Balvin skin. So this to me is a very pointless collab. This next skin that we have up, I don't even know his name. There's no point in looking at it. This skin is terrible. I don't know how this got approved. Getting on to the high stakes club pack that we got. This one was an interesting pack. I do really like the edit styles that these skins got. A lot of these are very detailed as well. I'm not big into the high stakes club lore. I know these are very popular skins and characters over on Twitter. But honestly, for this one, I'm going to say this was a pretty average one. I just was not impressed with the gold and black that this skin had. But as for the other ones with Joni and Halsey, I think both of these were actually very good skins in my opinion. Getting on to Tigress. Tigress was one of my favorite skins. The design is really good for this season. I will say that this is good as well. I didn't use it as much as I thought I would, but nonetheless, I thought this was a really cool design. The Madcap reskin that honestly looks a lot like Toad, I'm going to say deserves to be in the WTF category. This was such a random thing. I know this was for like the reboot rally things, and most of the time those were reskins, but this one I just wasn't impressed with. I thought it was very underwhelming and just really made no point as to why this is what we got. Triarch Aurora is the level up quest pack that we got for this season. Honestly, the default edit style I really was not impressed with. I don't think it was really that great. The hair, the way it just loops up like this, is a really just weird design. The edit style though, in my opinion, carries this skin a lot. So if it didn't have the edit style that it had, I would say it's but I'm going to say it's an average skin due to how good the edit style looks. For Retro Zoe Clash, this is going to be a reskin. I lean more towards a remix of the starter pack that we got in Chapter 3 with Zoe Clash. For this skin, I will say though that it was a pretty good skin for this season. For Jamila and Anaya, I will say Jamila, in my opinion, is a pretty average skin. For Anaya, on the other hand, has a lot of detailing that I like. I don't like the yellow coloring mixed in with this skin on the design with the green, white, yellow. Just looks a little bit awkward for me. The white, gold, and purple though looks really clean. I like the gold that is throughout her hair. A lot of detail, and I just think Anaya is a better skin than Jamila. For the October crew pack in Shimmer Dusk, I think this is one of the best crew packs in my opinion that we got. I'm really loving the crew packs that we get that match the theme of the time of the year. For Pensira, this to me was a bit underwhelming compared to the details shown in the survey. I know a lot of stuff can change between survey and actually becoming a skin, but the detailing on the survey skin was really clean, and a lot of it we just didn't get with this skin. It's not a bad skin, but really disappointed with what we got, and I think this skin just deserves to be in the average category. For variety, I love all of the wrap skins that we get. This one's pretty clean as well. I wish we are able to get a little bit more in the pants for this skin to show more of the wrap, but nonetheless, a lot of customizable options for variety and easily deserves to be in the good category. For the two FNCS skins that we got for this season, for FNCS Globals, they look really clean. Unfortunately, these are reskins. I wish Fortnite would get back into doing the original FNCS skins, but nonetheless, these are two very clean skins. I love the color choices that they have for this. An interesting choice of colors, but nonetheless, altogether, they do look really clean. For these, I'm going to say that both of these are going to be in the good category. Getting on to more of the Fortnitemares skins that we got in Season 4 for Bog Stick, I'm really just getting sick and tired of all the Fish Stick and the Meowscles skins. So, of course, you can kind of already tell what I'm going to be feeling about the Phantom Meowscles. But for Bog Stick, I'm going to say that this is average. It's a good design skin, but like I said, I'm just sick and tired of all the Fish Stick and Meowscles skins. So, feeling the same way about Phantom Meowscles, I'm just going to throw them up here in the average category as well. For the set skin, really nothing special about this. I think this was very underwhelming skin, and in my opinion, definitely just deserves to be in the category. Getting on into the Transformers pack that we got for this year, I love Bumblebee, Megatron, the Battle Bus, turning that into Transformer was really cool, but honestly, I'm just not a big fan of bulky skins, and so for here, I'm gonna say, you know what, because it's Bumblebee, because it's Megatron, because it's Transformers, I'll give it a little bit of courtesy and move these up into the average category. I'm not gonna do them dirty and put them next to these skins, but because they're Transformers and I like the characters, I'm gonna say they're average, but I'm just not a big fan of the bulky skins. Getting on into Jack Skellington, easy choice. The Pumpkin King himself, Jack Skellington, easily deserves to be in the top tier category. For Michael Myers, I may surprise a lot of people when I say this, I've not seen any of the Michael Myers movies. Horror movies just really aren't my thing. They're just not interesting in my opinion, but it's Michael Myers. I know a lot of people were excited to see this skin, but for me, on a design and skin standpoint of the character, I'm going to have to say it's eh. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, but it's just my opinion. Everybody has theirs, but this just is going to be mine. And moving on to the last few skins that we have here with Festival Phaedra. Festival Phaedra, I think of a remix is definitely good compared to what we originally got. Not a big fan of the original Phaedra because you can't remove the hat. To me, that's really the only thing wrong with that skin. But Festival Phaedra, in my opinion, is a skin on the surveys that I've been looking forward to for quite some time. And to finally get it for this Fortnitemares is really exciting and a really good skin, in my opinion. Getting on to the Draken Steel Hybrid skin. This is going to be a remix of the hybrid skin we got way back in Chapter 1, Season 8. Not the biggest fan of this skin. I think the design of it is really clean. I think it's definitely a huge step up from what we got in Chapter 1. And I'm gonna have to say that this is a pretty good skin as well. I think the Fortnite has been really killing it these past few crew packs. Last but not least, for our final skin, we have Alan Wake. I know Alan Wake is from the video games, and honestly, I never played video games. I think the skin is just really plain and simple, and for that opinion, I'm going to have to say Alan Wake is eh. That is going to be it for this tier list for the skins of Chapter 4 Season 4. Let me know down below what you would rank your tier list. I'll leave a link to this tier list down below in the description. Be sure to hit that like button down below, and I'll see you guys next video.